Welcome everybody to the Gotenks Week 33 update. Eventually these week numbers are going to get out of control and I'll just have to do, I don't know, month 8.2 or whatever once I lose track. But 7.5 months old, this account is right now 2.17 million GP. Still doing well in Fleet, not quite 7 stars on Negotiator, but that will all change not too long from now. So I have 65 out of 100. I might get it to 7 stars before I get Endurance. So it's like 2 months for Endurance, and then like Negotiator, just depending on how we do in TB, and then TWs can help inch it over the goal line. I unfavorited everything except TIE Defender and Houndstooth. Still working on the abilities for those. TIE Defender recently got to 6 stars, and its stats aren't like super inspiring yet, but I have a lot of levels left to get on Iden and a lot of gear, and eventually it'll be a respectable ship. Houndstooth, I finally got this one. It took 20 of those Omega Mats, but this is the one that gives you the taunt back if someone has breach. So it's basically kind of like Bosk's second Zeta that I don't have. And then these, man, more damage. It's not really that integral to the ship. Chimera is also, I mean, it's still 5 stars, but I have upgraded some. I mean, level 4 on a bunch of these. Kind of holding off until, I mean, I could upgrade these, but I'm holding off to save up for 7-star Negotiator. I have 354 now. I'm not totally sure. I think it's like 150 per ability. Okay, so I wouldn't be able to do that one. Can I? It doesn't show. Okay, 60 that. I think it's 8. It's expensive, whatever the case. But fleets, you know, they're pretty simple and they're coming along well. TIE Bombers here somewhere, 6 star. So I feel like I have a solid dark side fleet now that's holding the back line in Grand Arena. My Bronzian pulls are going great. I got up to 10,000 charge up currency. Now I'm at like, okay, 7,200. So not incredible, but it's going pretty good. And as I had completed Rebel Roundup for Assault Battles, Challenge Tier 1, that is 5 out of my 6 target ones. I'm not worried about Fanatical Devotion. That is way too Cairo intensive to start getting just a few Kairos a month. So not going out of my way for that. The last one will be the Sith one. And Nihilus and Bastille, I feel like they're just crawling over the finish line, but they are getting there. Very, very close. Ranged Trooper is also close to finish. So right now I'm actually only farming Ranged, Bastille, and Nihilus. I haven't farmed the rest of these that much this week because that is a Gear 12 Rex. I got a bunch of Kairos, got him from Gear 11 to Gear 12. Finally, his stats are way more respectable at this level. He used to just have tons of protection, not as much health. And we're not too far off from getting actual Gear 13. So I got the 100 of each to get him to Gear 12. And I just need 100 of this one to get him to Gear 13. Still need this piece as well. That's a perennial demand piece. Like, you're always going to need more of that. But this one's close. So I'm looking forward to it. As soon as he gets to Relics, he's going to go to Relic 7. I'm pretty sure I have enough, and like mats and everything. I also finally am able to give him 6 dot mods, so he has much more respectable speed, plus 128 for him. Great damage still, just because it's like okay fast. I kind of want health or protection, and I'm going to work on getting more for that. CLS is also ready to go to Gear 13. However, him and Rex need the exact same piece. So it's like down to every item. So after Rex, it'll take a little bit more time to get him. And then he's also going to go to Relic 7 because that's what they need to go to for Leia. So I have a pretty lean favorites right now. They're all looking solid on gear. HK-47 I added to favorites. He's gear 9. I'm going to need a bunch more stuff. He definitely needs a lot more damage. It's hard to, I kind of want to hold off on that. So Zetas, I'm getting kind of close to a Zeta, so I don't want to spit the Omega Mats right now. It's a balancing act. It's like, if you're far away from a Zeta, go ahead and give some Omegas. If you're getting close, you want to hold on. So I've been able to like upgrade people for a long time. Let me just move myself out of the way. Annoying minimization. 416. or 400 on each. I guess let me show. Vader needs this thing. So 267. Like, I am very pleased with the stockpile progress on the signal data. That is not usually the thing I'm loaded up on. On my main account, it's like the only one and only bottleneck that stays with me. But on this account, it's Kyrotex preventing me from getting a gear 13. Like these, I have a lot of different finishers, so I have enough to have his finisher to get him up. That's the same one. This is the last one, 220. Man, I'm loaded on that one. And it's only going to go up with these assault battles. So I got 5 that are on sim. Well, Secrets and Shadows is on sim. I still have to do it each month, but a upgraded Rex is going to be great for that. However, I digressed a little bit. I was starting to say that I wasn't feeling a huge need for gear on many people, like Kyrotex a gate on some key characters, and I'm not really hurting for the gear. So I started picking up Traya shards this week. And okay, that's daily reset. I know I'm going to be able to get another one. For some reason, it's not showing up when I do find every time. Well, on the computer, it's way easier to scroll down to the bottom. But that's the luxury. That's why I love these farms. Like, any character that just needs shipments. I mean, these are 700, but like these 200, you can just pick them up like that. I had 0 shards last weekly check-in. And now I get to activate Darth Traya. And I'll just let it play. Ding, 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 ding. So I don't know how much I'm going to be able to level her up. I'm not going to be able to do much as far as levels because I just don't have credits. But let's take her to like 53. And that's usually enough to get to gear 6 or 7. She's going to need a lot of Carbantes. No Kyrotex though, so that's the beauty of her. And I think even once I get her Omicron, I'm still going to... She's gear 7, yeah. Even once I get her Omicron, I think I'm going to still run Savage lead in Grain Arena because that's still a viable lead. And then if she goes down, he still has a lead for the next round. But yeah, she is probably going to be my next Zeta and my next Omicron. How many Omicrons do I have? It's not a super easy to check. 50. So I'm getting close, and she's going to be my next Omicron. And I'm happy about that, how it's fallen like this, because since the beginning, or like my mid-year guide, free-to-play farming guide in mid-2023, these are the exact characters that I recommended. Wampa, Savage, Qui-Gon Jinn, and Traya. And they really are the best. And because they're they're characters that existed when they started bringing out Omicrons. Omega Omicron, I got both in my mind. They were in existence back when that started. And back when they were still giving Omicrons to existing useful characters. Now it's just, new characters, Omicrons. Like, they haven't done an old character, giving them a good Omicron to polish them up in a long time. So these 4 are awesome. Don't need Kairos. Really going to pull their weight. And have been extremely useful. And in my most recent Grand Arena, I think I released it this morning, actually. The Omicrons really came through for me. So Traya, definitely going to be leveling all those up. And it's been a while since I talked about it, but look at my green and blue mats. These were a scourge to me for the longest time. And now they are finally piling up. The purples, they should have been a problem, but they thankfully were not, because those login packs every day on the web store were giving 20 for a while, for a couple months. So once I'm able to level her up more, I'm going to give her more abilities. She's going to get to gear 8 easily. My goal is to get to gear 11. Can't get higher than that without 7 stars. Leave her at 5 stars for a while, and then, next, when I'm really pushing for gear 12 with her, then I'll get to 7 stars. Oh, otherwise, gear 11 is going to be fine. I'll probably load her up with protection, because they get more protection under Gear 12. They really start piling up health once you get to Gear 12 and add some of those Gear 12 plus pieces. So yeah, I'm loving it. It's going really good over here. CLS team's pretty sweet. I gave Chewbacca his Zeta. That's the most recent Zeta I applied, and that really helped in Conquest. So just healing up was pretty awesome. And I don't have enough energy to do a Conquest battle, but I got to 390 for Gold Crate just this morning. And in my mind, efficiency is all about using just barely enough resources, not overexpend. Like if I were to do a ton of refreshes and get to my goal super early and then just have energy accruing for days and days, that would be inefficient to me. That means I did too many refreshes. I could have more crystals than I did before. But I got through it pretty late in the game, which is good for me. And I've decided whenever I finish, if I have like whatever I have accruing, I'm not gonna just let it sit and fill up and expire. I'm gonna sim this node because eventually I will be involved more with Datacrons. I already have one, but this is the only Datacron material that doesn't expire. So I think it's a good idea if you just have extra just to throw it into this. So that's gonna just stick with me if I get to 60 million. Can you imagine? Like I'm always topped off on data cache for a while when I only need 1 or 2 Datacrons. That's gonna be really awesome. Everything else, pretty mundane. This one's coming up. I'm gonna get 2 million credits from it. Happy about that. I still can't do this. I will definitely be able to do this once I go for Leia and have those Ewoks, and that'll be nice because this tier you get Zetas. This event, I hadn't even realized that I didn't finish it yet. It's funny, this warning. It's outdated. I mean, it is tough. It was surprisingly tough because they just have preloaded turn meter, and they just, I don't know, do a million turns before you actually get a turn. This event mission is extremely challenging and requires powerful characters and careful strategy. So I too started. As long as Vader gets a turn, you can win it, and then you get some mods and some Gear 12 pieces. So that's always nice. And since my refresh or daily reset just happened, I might as well go through some dailies just to show my routine because I haven't done it in a while. First off, I always get the web store pack. So I have a tab that's permanently on my phone that I just leave in there, just go to it before I do dailies and then get the pack. This one, that is my absolute favorite outcome. 100 Cantina Energy is the best. So I'll go ahead and sim that. I'll do 3. Right now, I am fortunate enough to be able to do 3 energy refreshes of each type. And that is how I'm stockpiling so many signal data. And then also getting these. So these, I feel like, are in the rear view mirror. I will not be hurting for those anytime soon. And then I don't even wait to see all the rewards pop up. I just hit sim, go through fast. Doesn't take long at all. Maybe for this one it would be helpful because it is variable what you get a little bit. Well, you don't get gear, so it's not that variable. For mods, I have been, on my main account, mod battles is what I do when I'm lazy. But I actually have some decent mods to slice up here, so I'm getting these pieces just so I can slice up some good mods, get ready to take them to 6 dot. Oh, I love the Monday triple fleet bonus. I got the Zetas, Omegas, beautiful. Ship Omegas, awesome, great stuff. And then there's a few hard nodes I hit, and then I go on to those scanners. So this one I already showed earlier, just got it to 6 stars. Outrider, don't need it in the immediate future at all, but it takes forever and I'll need it for Java, so I might as well get started now. And then Scout Trooper. She just became accelerated and I just started farming her, but look how much I have. 58 out of 85. That is because a month ago for the web store, either the web store pack or the PC client pack, they were just giving you free shards, and there's also other events after I'd started that were just giving away free shards. So I'm actually really far along with her, so that's great. And then the rest of it, just use here. I recommend, if you can afford it, 3 refreshes of every type. Oh, I got the Omega there. 3 refreshes of every type, unless you are exceedingly like loaded on gear pieces. On my main account, I'm not doing ship or normal energy refreshes just because I'm not really needing what's there. I prefer to have the crystals to buy more signal data straight from shipments. So let's hit him up. This is a piece I'm going to preserve. I'm probably going to lock it in bronziums because there's not many places you farm it, and it is like a very needed piece that you'll eventually run out of and hate it. Okay, that's the best luck. Give me 10. 2. That's okay. Nihilus. 0. Come on, man. Alright, anyway, 7B. Light says 7B. That's where Kairos are. 2. Ah, dang it. I always got to be careful not to hit the 100 refreshes. I do occasionally go too fast for my own good and do some of those. PC Client is so quick with things. It's great. And then I'll go through shipments. You got to be careful that you're only buying the credit shipments. Right now, I'm not really hurting for those fleet credits. I just want charge up currency for gear. That one, I like Carbontes. I'm low on this, but I'm not really hurting for them right now. Sure, I'll give him that. I think he might be ready for the next gear piece. And since I finished off Traya, I'm not going to buy her anymore. Nothing else I want to buy. These are like break glass in case of emergency because we're not getting those right now. We might do the Naboo raid again. I'm still extremely skeptical. I'm like one of the only ones in the guild that is. But I was asking for feedback in my Discord server if those changes, the decreased healing rate, have actually helped. And at least one person said no difference on their end. So can't really get anything there that I want. Not enough with that. Charge up currency. There's no one I'm really trying to farm with that right now, but I have 0, so I might as well pick it up. This one too. The purple pieces are big. That piece I would get if I had less than 50. Okay, and that's all my dailies. I'm not going to be able to get any of these for a while. I don't have a Galactic Legend. And I was doing Fleet at night. Not anymore. OHK and get him up. So I always look to see what his protection goes to after upgrading. Yeah, so the protection is the big thing that changes when you go up a gear level. This piece. More damage, yes sir. I'm finally starting to get low on the stun cuffs. For a while that was like the core piece of gear that I was not running out of. But yeah, okay. So that's all my dailies. Well, except squad. So I can do squad arena, but I'm saving all my attacks in fleet. Don't really have a chance there. Iden. Maybe do Traya. Still just doing Jedi squad and arena because they're my most developed. It's tough. I guess I should go for Vader. He's the greater threat. Nihilus, I'll have a little bit of time to get to. No, the cooldowns. Okay. Let me Scion before he tell by hatred. Or no, I should get. Well, he's also gear 12, so. Oh, dang it, he got it. So that's it. I'll go for Traya. With his buffs. Oh, perfect. Talon is open. No. Awesome. Lead is still active, so we still lose hit points from attacks out of turn, but it doesn't matter. Does not matter. Final daily item I'll do tomorrow when I start my fleet climb. And that's what I recommend for most people, because you want all 5 of those fleet battles if you don't want to do refreshes. The refreshes are a bad expenditure that you want to avoid. All right, I think that's good for this week. Thanks so much for watching. This has been week 32 update, or 33 update. Making great progress. Hope showing my dailies does help, because there's a lot of people that might not be used to seeing what an easy daily approach is. It only takes like 5 minutes. But yeah, again, thanks for watching, and see you guys later.